Hello to this video showing how to set up HollaEx staking, an invaluable feature available to Cloud Enterprise and on-premise Boost plans. To learn how the HollaEx centralized staking method functions, please look at the docs linked in the description below. Setting up staking is fairly simple and will only take a couple of minutes to go through the required steps. So logged in as the exchange's admin, head to Operator Controls and the Stakes tab. Ensure that this radio selector is on and then follow up by hitting the Create Stake Pool button here. The first menu is where we select the asset we want to be staked. That is the one that is locked into the exchange by the user, and we can also select the reward. In many cases, these will be the same, but you do have the option of them being different. If this option is chosen, the HollaEx system will calculate the equivalent amount of the rewarding asset with respect to the staked one. With this chosen, let's select the pool. Next up are the actual settings for the reward, called the distribution rate. The formula for this is fairly simple and on screen now. The annual percentage yield, or APY here, refers to the percentage of the staked assets which is returned in the rewarding asset, in the case that the stake lasts a full year. Duration term simply refers to how many days the stake is required to be logged in. If the user chooses to unstake before this, then they will receive the penalties we'll set up later. At the bottom, there is this perpetual staking checkbox. This means there is no minimum duration, and users can stake and unstake as they please, receiving equivalent rewards for however long they have left the asset staked. This should be used with care, as it means there are only positives with staking for users, and they will never receive any penalties. On to the next menu, we find the unstaking penalty settings. The first radio selection is to allow early unstaking. If no is selected, the user has no way to touch the staked assets until the end of the duration term. This is another setting to choose with care, as many users will expect to have the option to unstake, even if it means penalties. Slashing is a term used to describe unstaking early and retrieving the staked assets minus any penalties. These slashing rules are composed of two parts. The first is slash on principal. This is a deduction from the original staked amount that will be taken from the user, and the slash on earnings refers to the percentage taken of the rewards that have built up to that point. Just a few more menus to go through. The next is simple. We can choose the minimum stake allowed as well as the maximum. And finally, we can enter a disclaimer. This will be shown to the user just before they confirm the stake and can have any information you desire. The last of the menus is the funding source. This is an account on the exchange where the rewards will be paid out and the penalties will be paid into. The wallet's liquidity of the reward assets is integral to the proper running of the staking pool, so ensure to check it regularly and keep it topped up if required. In this case, you can see that this possibly would not be the best choice due to the low amount of USDT. Finally, we can see the review page and ensure everything is in order. Once we launch a pool, it is strongly recommended not to edit it, as doing so while in active operation may lead to undesired results. So ensure here that you are 100% happy with all of the settings chosen. So once we've confirmed that and confirmed again, there's a few more steps just to get before up and running. So first of all, we will hit the edit button here under status and open the pool. And following this, under onboarding, change from closed to open. And you'll see here now, this is the staking pool setup, pool number one. So now with this pool one opened and ready for onboarding, and heading out of the admin controls, to the stake page found on the sidebar, CeFi staking, and we can see the newly set up pool here.